Hello, everyone. My name is Eli Lim, and I decided to do my presentation on the Hawthorne effect and the impact of social forces on worker productivity. During my senior year, I worked part-time at Wendy's for a few months. I did a pretty decent job, and it wasn't too horrible, but the manager had installed cameras to watch my coworkers and I. Being watched consistently was a pretty weird feeling, but we weren't being watched when the manager wasn't there. We became much more relaxed when he was absent, and our productivity plummeted considerably. I felt that the use of cameras was indicative of a lack of trust and faith that we would do our jobs well, and this sapped what motivation my coworkers and I had to work hard. Reflecting on this experience while considering what to write about for our term paper really sparked an interest in how social forces influence things such as our productivity, job satisfaction, and other work-related attitudes. Some of these social forces may include the quality of our relationships with our coworkers and our managers. I will be exploring a few of these things in my presentation. One of the more prevalent social forces in the workplace, at least in my experience, is the Hawthorne effect. If any of you have taken a research related class, you probably have heard about this phenomenon. The Hawthorne effect is a change in behavior stemming from an awareness that one is being watched. In extremely controlled psychological studies, that is one of the primary things that is controlled for. It was discovered by Elton Mayo, who was testing the effects of changing physical aspects of a factory's work environment on the productivity of those factory workers. His results showed an increase in productivity no matter what he changed. This led him to posit that the increase in production occurred due to the fact that the subjects, who were the workers, knew that they were being watched and evaluated. This effect was further explored in a study carried out by Brewer and Ridgway in 1998. This study explored the effects of different types of monitoring on task performance and productivity. The subjects, who were undergraduate students, were tasked with one of two things. One of these things was alphabetizing lists of words as fast as they could. The other group proofread psychological dissertations or journal articles with typographical errors added in. Varying levels of monitoring were used for different groups, and the results pointed to heavy monitoring leading to an increase in speed at the cost of accuracy. This leads me to believe that the lack of accuracy could be caused by the stress of being rushed, the feeling that comes with being watched really closely. Reading this journal article helped me develop a few potential solutions for my workplace issue. I feel that addressing the manager directly about the issue would have been the best course of action, as it would preserve the relationship between the management and their subordinates and help the manager see things from the employee's point of view. I would suggest occasional evaluations with standards that are reasonable, without any cameras whatsoever. I feel that this type of solution would allow trust to be rebuilt between all parties, which would likely lead to an increase in productivity. And that is the end of my presentation.